Hey there, Virgo. How are you? It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm doing your March 2018 tarot reading, so thank you for joining me. I'm using the Vicevesra tarot today, so let's just jump in. The Eight of Cups. So what do you need to let go of? What do you need to walk away from this month? What is no longer serving you? What if you put so much time and energy into that you're like, I can't walk away. Like, I can't. Like, that's probably what you need to walk away from usually, because you're just like, but I put so much time and energy and everything into it, and how can I, it's like, again, I like to say like a slot machine. Like, I've put $1,000. I've never had $1,000 to. I've put $50. I can't walk away now. It's got to pay off. It's got to start paying off. And it's like you get to the point where you're like, you know what? It's not going to pay off. It's not going to pay off anymore. And you're being naive like this child thinking it's going to. It's not. And I know you've put a lot of time and energy and like emotional energy into it, and you cared so much about it, but you can't care or zen some things into being okay. You know what I mean? That's where I get a little bit confused about codependency. And this is probably just my ignorance, but it's like, it's almost like just ignore the other person. Like, you just focus on yourself. But for me, it's kind of like, well, you can't just zen your way into someone's bad behavior being okay. Like, I don't know. And I'm sure I just don't get codependency and what they teach you in like Al-Anon or something, and dealing with like a person with an addiction. So please feel free to correct me. But I just think you got to be careful between, yeah, you can't control someone and ignore their behavior. There's a fine line between that and accepting bad behavior and knowing when to cut time to, hey, this is not okay for you. It's not healthy for you. It's time to move on. So there's some area, and for you, it could be love, but there is something that is just not working for you that you feel, but you feel emotionally wrapped up. Like, your emotions are cluttering your thinking. That's really, for me, what the Three of Swords is. I've meditated on this card a lot because it's always confused me. It's a sword sign. It's air. It's the head. It's the thoughts. But they always bring the heart into it. So how does that, so it's heartbroken. Well, I don't know. That's emotions. That would be a cups card. That should be like the Five of Cups, right? But it's when so what I've kind of come to my conclusion recently, it's like your emotions can really muddle your thinking. And so the bottom line, say this is an abusive relationship. This person is abusive, but you're like, oh, but they need me. We've been together for so long. I've been in this relationship for all these years. There are children involved. You have all these reasons. And I'm not saying they're not important reasons to think about. But when it comes right down to it, this is an unhealthy situation. So this Ace of Swords comes through and cuts away all that guilt and, again, emotions, but they're not bad all the time. They're not, all that stuff we all do, and cuts away all of that and says, nope. Bottom line, let's bottom line this. Bottom line, this was not a healthy situation. It could be a Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is not this is a toxic, unhealthy situation. That's the bottom line. Yeah, I'm sure they're nice sometimes. Yeah, I'm sure this. Yeah, I'm sure that. But no, it's not okay. So there's in some area of your life, of course, it could be a relationship, but it could be a boss. It could be a friendship. It could be a family member. It's like, no, it's time to put your foot down. Stop feeling guilty about it. It's not working. It's not okay. And this has been a hard choice for you to make. Look at this. This card is like, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the storm going on. But you're getting to the point where you're like, okay, March 1st is a full moon. So maybe right at the beginning of March, you're like no more denial about it or avoiding it. More avoiding, I think, than denial. I don't think you're denying it's a problem. You're just avoiding it because it's hard to walk away from something. It can be messy. It can take seemingly more energy than being in the bad relationship, for example. But it's time. It's time to do that. And yeah, some of you may need a lawyer. Definitely go to a lawyer if it's a divorce situation. Yeah, it's you have the two of swords and the two of pentacles. You have a lot going on, and it can be like, I just don't want to deal with it. I'm too busy. I have work. I have the kids. I have all these things I'm trying to actually. It can just feel like I can't deal with one more thing. I just can't. But you can. You can, and it's not dealing with it is probably actually like it's like you could be spending so much time not dealing with it, like it's more exhausting than if you just dealt with it, but it doesn't seem that way. Does that make any sense? Right in the middle, you have this King of Wands, and you were seeing him from the back. So someone's maybe turned your back on you, or you need to turn your back. Sometimes you need to turn your back on someone and walk away just like this. It's like, And I think his back, this King of Cups. So this is a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. This is the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's funny I said Pisces right off. So it could be a Pisces. Look at that snake in the background on this side. Is that a huge snake? Yeah. I'm not even sure I know what that means. But for me, like this King of Wands he is the ultimate motivator. He's always enthusiastic. He keeps everyone motivated and excited and moving forward. And I feel like there's just some area of your life has just sucked the energy out of you. It's just sucked you dry, and you've lost your spark. And in order to get that back, you're just going to have to let something in some part of your life go. And then look at this gorgeous Empress. You got the star here, the healing of the energy of the star card. And she's nurturing, she's grounded, she feels solid again. She just feels connected and to nature and fruitful, like she's successful. It's like in some way you're holding yourself back by not letting go of something, and once you can let go, you'll be able to move forward and just heal and be happy, and this is a lot of creativity. Like she's very what's the word I want to use? For some of you, it could be like a creative block too, like writer's block. I'm getting this whole new message, something like that. Like your creativity has been stunted for some reason. Maybe getting outside in nature, something like that. Clearing your head. You've been distracted by something. But she is like prolific. Like like her creativity is just overflowing. Like she's just so bountiful. And so once you can sort of prune away those things, those areas that are draining your energy and not helping, maybe you just have too many obligations, too much going on, but you're having a hard time cutting some of them go because you feel obligated. You feel obligated to your kids' school. You feel obligated to your friends. You feel, you know what I mean? So you've gotten yourself into all these situations, and it could be just a lot, 8 different responsibilities. And it's like, you need to let go some of those go. You can't keep filling 8 other people's cups without your own being replenished. And that's why your creativity's zapped, because you've been sort of helping fill everyone else's emotional well-being. And so this is a month where you need to sort of really think about things. Think about, so for me, this is like, what are you doing just because you feel guilty about it? Like, that's what's trapping you. It's cutting away all of that and just being, saying, if I'm depleted, I can't help anyone else. And it's time to replenish my own reserves and creativity so that I can move forward. And that may mean turning my back on some things and letting some things go. But in the long run, I'm going to be more available and have more energy and be more inspired in my own life. So thank you so much for watching. Take care.